Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had a bad day and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was wild. Stuff from the cuffs is here to make things bright. In a world so dark, they're bringing some light. Stuff from the cuffs. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. Go Bria, go Bill, go Bess, go Brian. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs.
Hey guys, what's up? How you guys doing? Woo, let me tell you, first of all, thank you so much for all the responses in relation to our new intro video.
Yep.
And our new song. You want to sing it for
And
them,
our
babe?
new logo.
And our new logo. Sing it for them, babe. Go ahead. Go ahead. You write it. Go ahead. If you had a bad day and you're looking for a smile, Oh, we let Antonia continue doing the singing.
Big up Antonia Atkinson. Yeah.
Thank
Go check
you
her out on
so
YouTube.
very much. Boy, I tell you, we love the new song.
Yeah, we
Even Bella,
Yeah, man.
who is the 1-year-old, you want to hear her singing that
We're going to
song.
put it on our IG page, our new IG page, and the handle is
Stuff from the Cuffs. So it's Stuff from the Cuffs. You
we're
can
gonna put
follow us
that.
on IG. So we're going to put Bella singing the song on IG, and we have lots of activities going on over there, so make sure you go on over and like our new IG page. It's the IG page for the channel Stuff from the Cuffs. Thank you so very much, and welcome to all our new subscribers. Love you. Welcome to the Cufflinks family. All right, so you know we're all about giving you fire, right? We're fun,
inspirational
we're real,
and
we're educational.
yeah.
So tonight we're gonna get real about marriage, all right? We love talking about marriage. We love encouraging. We love sharing our story, and we're gonna dig into some of the things that we love and some things that we don't like about marriage. So we were tasked with doing 5 things we love and 5 things we don't like about being married. And to be honest, I can easily find 5 or more things that I love. But when it comes on to, I said 5 things or more that I love. Right, but when it comes on to not liking about marriage, I had to think really hard about it. But there are things that, I kind of don't like about being married, and we're both going to share those things with you. And if you can relate, you can leave us a comment down below. We're going to get straight into it. Brian come with him notepad. I don't know why the notepad is so filled with writings. Anyway. All right. So let's start with the things we don't like, and then we can go into the things that we love. All right?
Yep.
Okay. So, should I start?
Sure. Ladies before gentlemen.
Okay. So, one of the things that I don't like about being married is the fact that I have to answer to somebody. I am very spontaneous, and so I just like to, just kind of do things. But being married, I kind of have to discuss it first and, get hubby's approval or agreement, even if he's not in full agreement, to get him to, agree with me somewhat. And I kind of don't like that, because I kind of like just, do things like, hey, I'm very spontaneous, and Brian is far from spontaneous when it comes down to just doing things and making quick decisions and stuff. So that's one of the things that I don't like about being married. The fact that kind of answer to somebody when I kind of want to just, do something.
She made me sound like a dictator. Answer to me, I am the principal. I have the bell. Ding, 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 ding.
No, that's not what I mean. It's a partnership, so I can't just make a decision and just run with it like that. Not true. We kind of have to answer to the man of the house. And because I'm so spontaneous, he kind of just keep me in check. Alright, so what's one thing you don't like about being married? And why is your notepad so long? What's one thing you don't like? Here I know.
I don't like the person I'm married to.
I don't like the person I'm married to.
Wanna see our face? And I'll play that back over and over and over and over. Let me see her.
You think it's funny?
No, me hilarious. Me see that in the corner of her face. Like, me see her cheek when him up and then me just see them drop. Me don't even have to look over this.
Whatever.
Me gonna put a little funny man.
Whatever.
Guys, I really, it's really hard to think about the things that I don't like about marriage.
Go ahead, man. I won't feel anyway.
I don't have that's
Because I
that's
have
not-
number 2.
I guess, alright. So let me be real. So let's look at the flip side to what
And you
Bass
can
said.
be petty. It's okay.
No, I'm not petty. The flip side to what Bass says is the opposite. So I now have to have discussions with somebody who is much more impulsive, somebody who is much more about going and getting it in the short term versus calculating, making a decision, making strategic steps. She's just more about living in the moment. So it does get difficult at times because, them say teeth and tongue will meet. Yeah, it does meet because I'm saying, all right, let's do it this way. She's like, oh, well, I bite already. Be like, okay. Okay. Or, well, I mean, are they already? Or, we're on the way. The flight has been booked already. And I'm like, okay.
But doesn't my,
But it does balance each of us out,
Okay.
It does
Should we
help.
talk about that time
does
we were
help.
on the nuts for going to a certain place and a certain thing was out of place and that's kind of
Yeah, because of the impulse, right?
yes, that kind of impulsiveness
Yeah, so guys, we
was
were
to our
heading.
advantage.
No, I'm not talking about that part. The impulsive part.
No, babe.
I
You know
she
about
did
that.
plan it and everything and we never looking at
Babe,
the book.
that's not true. That's not. Both of us planned that one.
What? I don't
It was the one
remember.
with Bria.
I never remember. Anyway,
Tell him the
guys,
story.
one particular time we were heading to Montego Bay on the nuts for to head out of the country, and
Brian made a joke.
yeah, I made a joke about my passport. Like I said, what I think if I'm looking at my passport and it expire, and so said, so done. And we were like on the bus heading down, and I was
We were
like,
almost in Mobay.
all right, we can go on and we will catch up at some point. And Bass was like, nope. What about so and so who works at the passport office? Bam, 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 bam. And she start reel off calls, reel off this, reel off that. And we got the passport
The following day.
following day.
And we
We
could
got a
fly.
car rented back and forth. And we
I
came
got the
back
flight
and we got-
rescheduled,
Yeah,
rebooked,
yeah.
everything.
So
And
it worked. It worked.
If
at
it
that
was
time.
up to Brian would have just go fall up in a one room and make me and Bria go by ourselves.
I enjoy myself. Why not?
I'm like, no, that's not happening. All of us are going. So I decided making some calls. I mean, even when we got to the passport office in Mobay to take the pictures, the place was closed. Well, it was closing.
Photoshop.
The Photoshop, right. I was so proud of Brian for, just begging his way through and just saying, boy, whatever. But
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
if our impulse started, I'm gonna just continue it. So
Yeah. So you see, it works.
it has
Okay.
its moments. There are other times it don't work.
All right. Another thing that I don't like about being married, I don't like not always having my own way. No. I mean, I'm used to before marriage just always having my own way and just getting up and going and just doing as I please. And with marriage, that doesn't really work. And because of that, teeth and tongue meets. But yeah, I don't like not always having my own way. And he doesn't like me wanting to have my own way. So that's his number 2.
Yeah, you see, this is her wanting to have her own way.
No. Alright, go ahead. You're number 2.
Guys, me don't know what is number 2, so may I try to think of a number 2.
Alright, let me go on to number 3. Can I go on to number 3?
Sure, Miss Who didn't know what she didn't like about marriage. Now she's all
Hold
the way
on,
at number 3.
Okay, number 3, and this is my last one because I can't reach the 5. There is a wife voice in my head that sometimes I don't like because it won't allow me to just be like, okay. Let me tell you what I mean. So there are some times when Brian will, let me just sleep in if I want, and he gets up and takes care of the kids. Or if it's in the middle of the day and I'm tired, he just tell me to go and take a nap or whatever. But when I'm trying to do those things, there's always like a voice in my head. I say, get up. Your wife, get up and go help your husband. Get up and go do something. Get up and go cook. Get up and go do something. So that wife voice in my head will not allow me to feel like, I'm so carefree. I can just sleep all I want. Or I can just sleep in the middle of the day as long as I want. Like, there's just this nagging feeling that I get. Like, I can't just, even though I want to.
That's a good thing for me.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing for you. But in my head, like, sometimes I really just want to just lay out and just sleep. Because I'm tired sometimes. But there is always this little voice saying, get up. You ain't single no more. So that's my number 3.
I guess for me, I'm thinking wider. That one thing I don't like about marriage is what it does to the individual brand. What do I mean? People forget that you're an individual sometimes, and people forget that you're an individual brand. And everywhere you go, where's Basilia? Or everywhere you go, where's Brian? It's like people expect you to always be together. People expect you to always be doing the same things at the same time. Some people, let me say. Yeah, I think accountability and not, I don't even know how to put it. You understand.
You don't like always answering to somebody.
No, it's not even answering to somebody. Like, sometimes, see, the need for some things, and you do it because it's expected, it's a part of the union. But like, if you just get up and go to school, or just get up and go somewhere, you feel an obligation to say, babe, I go up to school too, Miss Bailey. Or babe, I go do something for somebody.
Ask for the details.
No, that's why I never said. I said you feel an obligation to. So babe, I go do so and so and so and so and so.
Or like always explaining yourself.
Especially because of the realities of the world, it be a case of, let's say for example, somebody see you somewhere and they message and say, me see you so and so and so. So make sure you tell her from early on. And it compounds stuff sometimes. I mean, the reality is you trust your partner, but sometimes the world can cause a wedge in between because of its perceptions and what it believes and how it believes things should be said and done. So, that pressure, so to speak, to feel like you're bound to somebody. I don't consider marriage a bondage. It is somewhat, but you take up the phone and ring. You take up the phone. I go outside to talk to Jerome. I'm going to just take up the phone and go outside.
And it's not that I'm asking him all these things.
No, again, it's the pressures of society, like the societal pressures. Like it says to you that you have to do them thing here. Or you're going to look away if you see you outside and talk to somebody or something. So.
And you don't send on to me. Oh well. Okay. So now we're moving on to the 5 things that we love about being married. Alright, you can start first. 5 of the many. I can think of easily 100 things.
Okay,
Okay, so 5. For me, Should I start or you start?
Ladies first.
Okay.
Always.
All right. So for me, I love having somebody who I know is covering me at all times, covering me in prayer, covering me physically, covering me emotionally.
Very, very physically. At all times.
Yeah,
Really.
even when I'm not here, right?
You not cover, you know.
Stop interrupting me, please. Right, covering me emotionally, covering me financially, and covering me all alleys. I love having somebody who I can depend, apart from God, of course, we know the spiritual side of things. I love having somebody who I can depend on. I love that.
You have to beat love, so.
All right, your turn.
I love having a best friend always with you. Like,
Oh,
guys, we never planned this, so that's a short answer. Like, she know these
we
things,
never
but we
spoke
never
of,
said
yeah, we never
to her,
said
yeah,
before. Well,
like this.
like it's on the camera.
Not even just on the camera. We never said this like this before. It's just something
That's
you know and you
true.
expect and you live. But saying it is a
That's
difference.
true.
So having a best friend always there, at least always present, always in your corner, always. If you come home and have a rough day, it's like alright. So if the person wasn't here and you call, you can't get them, and or you have to wait till you see them again and all of that. It's much more. Like Aladdin and the Lamb. Genius just pop up and listen and, hug you and support you in any other way. Financially too.
All right, so for me, number two. You finished? Okay, that was so sweet. Okay, for me, number two, I love having somebody that I can call man. Like, am I man that? Am I husband that? I love being called a wife. I love the title wifey. I remember before we got married.
Hashtag mama babe.
Hashtag mama babe. I remember before we got married, we were at a boxing match because we used to love go contender. We're at a boxing match.
Much money we waste the contender.
Jesus.
Pay money
Much
and go in the
$500
fight done.
Because by the time we reach to the where was it, Chinese benevolent
Association.
from Hagley Park where we done work, it might soon done. So we're gonna catch the last part. Anyways, I remember the first time Brian referred to me as anything close to wifey. I think it was his cousin he saw at the match, and his cousin came and them
Oh, Denny.
yeah, come on and greet them one and everything. And Brian looked at me and said, "Oh, this is the future Mrs. Scuff." Why? Oh my god, I was so excited. Oh my god.
That they call a knockout.
Whew. Let me tell you, we never need no more match. She match could have done for all I care.
No, that's why they struggle up to me so I match. Each up and down my shoulder, me I try and enjoy the boxing.
I love being a wife. I love being called a wife. I love being called Mrs. Cuff. Like, seriously? You don't have to call me Basilia. Mrs. Cuff will do it. I love being a wife. I love being called his wife. I love can say, "Oh, my husband."
No sense. For me, the second one is more of a, I guess, on a, no, I'm not ready for the spiritual one.
Okay,
I say the
because
one
me
that's the
know
last.
you know.
On a family sort of level. But it was just me and my brother. So now my mother have an ex-daughter. So me like that. Me love that. She can say her daughter. She can do things with her daughter that she never had the honor of having when, she just have a two rough rig take boy them. Yeah. So it's just nice knowing that mommy has somebody else who can tend to her in ways that I can't or I
Like
couldn't.
shopping
Yeah,
and
so
those kind of things.
yeah, I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, number where I reach?
Sweet.
3. Number 3 for me, the companionship is just out of this world. I love that about being married to Brian. I love having somebody I can talk to like all the time, no matter if we're together or not. I love the fact that we can laugh about all kind of. I mean, we laugh about any and everything, to be honest. I love the fact that we can do things together that we absolutely enjoy, like series and those kind of things. We love watching series and movies and YouTube videos and those kind of things together. So I love the companionship. Like, yeah, absolutely love the companionship and just having somebody there. I remember when we just got married. Oh my goodness, we just saw each other at work, and I couldn't wait to go home. I remember one of the things that I was looking forward to the most when I was getting married, apart from other things, right? One of the things I was looking forward to was being able to be with Brian like right throughout the night. Like when I used to think of us being together like in the night and it was like 12 o'clock in the night. Like it was so mind-boggling to me. I don't know. I've never lived with a man before, other than my father and my brothers. So it was like, this new experience. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna get to stay the whole night with him.
Yes,
Lord, we've never spoken about this before. Like that was just like icing on the cake. Of course, with other layers, but yeah, icing on the cake.
Number 3 for me, similar rhyme, skill like that,
Bap, bap.
ultimate gas man. Well, gas woman.
Gas woman. I don't even know. I go. Continue.
And that wasn't originally my number 3, but I'm going to jump on that as a number 3. You have a consummate cheerleader, somebody who encourages you when you are. And guys, don't get it wrong. Yeah, you may have a friend who does this, or you can have a sister, a brother, a family member, somebody who does this. But on the wife, husband level is just a different level. And to have that person in your corner, that person supporting your ideas and your dreams, helping them to come to life, that person who you can pour into, that person who not only, is like the balance that really helps you to become a better person. And you also watch yourself inputting in their lives so that they become a better person. So seeing her grow to seeing her dreams come true and just watching how we complement each other. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of times people talk about, how my photography has grown or how my poetry has grown or even as an MC, things that I've learned from her. And I see it vice versa as well. But, she said that part. But yeah, I love that.
I'm just gonna play on what Brian said, just to add to that for my number 4 with a little bit more.
See? She arrived. It's not me she get it from.
I love having that supportive partner.
After me now I get locked out of the house.
Well, that too.
I have to make sure, get myself in order.
That too. And in addition to my number 4, I love having somebody who I can spoil and take care of.
Cater to you.
I wanna
Hallelujah.
in your house. Yes, I love having somebody who I can, just cater to and spoil. Brian will tell you, especially in the kitchen, I love to.
So I'm a gut look, so.
I love to try new things. I love to, make things that he loves. I love that kind of thing. I love tending to his belly.
10 too much. So it look like 10 belly.
I love that. I love surprising him because he, over the years, we've been, from relationship up, Brian was never used to being spoiled. This is where me being spontaneous is to his advantage. I love just doing random things for him. I love just buying him random gifts without him knowing. I love taking care of him, even though he takes care of me a lot. There are certain things that, I just love to do for him, like cook. I love cooking. I love the kitchen, especially dinner time. I'm always, trying to spice things up in the kitchen. So I love catering to my husband. And sometimes, even when I don't get, like I'm trying something new and I don't get it right, Brian sits and he eats it like it's nobody's business. I have to say to him, babe, I don't really like how this turned out. And he'll be like, yeah, he could have wanted a little more, something more. But him not say nothing, him not say nothing. Him not say nothing. And
No, the guy not taste bad, guys. It just know how she want it.
right. Yeah, so I love catering to him and spoiling him.
Spoil. I appreciate it. I usually do the spoiling. All right, so my number 4 is I love how my life has been catapulted into a new level of ministry. Yeah, this is one example of
Can you scratch yourself for me? And that's another thing I love. I love having my own back scratcher right here.
a peony.
Even when my hand can reach, he willingly scratches my itches. I'll pay you, don't worry.
$100 hour US.
Well, I don't want you scratching for an hour. All right, I'm good now. Thank you.
That was $10. Yeah, so like for YouTube and just our lives in general, how we've been able to add another level to our ministry is something I love. I don't believe we are perfect. We are
We're
working
not.
towards excellence and we're progressing as we go along. But I do believe that the world needs more people who can reach them on certain levels. And I love how marriage has helped us to help people.
Yeah.
So it's not about us alone. It's about everybody who we come in contact with. So I love that. And the person who I'm married to loves people, loves souls. So I really do love how God has been using us,
Yeah. And my number 5, of course, we're going to go spiritual. Hallelujah. All right. So for my number 5, I love how much of a spiritual leader he is for our family. I love his passion for ministry. I love how dedicated he is to ministry. I mean, when it comes on to teaching Sunday school or anything church related, Brian is always willing and ready, always willing to counsel, always willing. And I love that he is able to balance ministry and family. Sometimes growing up, I used to feel like you can't miss a Sunday service because of, whatever the reason. And I remember once before we started having kids, we were very tired one Sunday morning. And he said, let's rest. Let's get some rest. And I was like, oh my God, the Lord has really blessed me. Yeah. Right? So he knows how to balance ministry and our family life. And I absolutely love that. I love how he leads our family. I love how he covers us. I said that at number 1. And I love how much of an example he is to our girls, especially as a man, as the head of the house, and really how a woman is to be treated, because that's how I grew up. I grew up seeing an example, and I can see that example being lived out in my household as well. So, oh, it is. So I love that.
Why she keep on a beat?
I'm sorry.
That's abuse.
It had me extra.
I'm glad them see. So if you see me come on a video one time and say she did this, I know she. The final one for me is
Why are you sighing?
because I'm trying to find the best way to put it into words.
Okay.
What I love about marriage is that I believe it is a step that has helped to grow my relationship with God on an individual basis. I believe that a marriage covenant is symbolic of the relationship between Christ and the church. And the more I continue in this union is the more I have a greater appreciation for God and what he does for us and how he loves us. And, I try to love my wife as Christ loves the church. So I believe the two are interspersed and interlaced and interwoven, and they can't do without the other. So I really love how marriage has helped me to love God more and love people more and love myself more and love my wife more. And I believe that's one of the purposes of marriage, to help us to get to another level in God, because the sacrifices that you have to make, the love that you have to show, the understanding, the patience, so much. It's like a constant classroom.
Yeah.
And I'm just always learning. And I think it's important that we remember that we are, even if some people feel like, all right, 30 years in it, I have my master's now, there's still another level. There's a PhD. And if you say, all right, I have a PhD, well, you can go on to be a lecturer. All right, I have a lecturer. You can go on to be a professor. You can go on to be a chair, whatever. So it's always a constant growth process. I just really love the fact that I can become a better person in this union. So that's it. Easy to find 5 positives and negatives.
Yeah.
And again, I remember when I tell people when we MC a wedding, there's always something negative that will come up where there's a lot more positive if you look at it. So that's it for me.
Yeah. And of course, to all those persons who are married, those who are looking to get married, marriage, as we have expressed in previous videos,
thorns.
it has its thorns,
It has
but the
its
roses
rough-
bloom
yeah,
beautifully.
and they will be much clearer than the thorns. You have to look to see the thorn them.
Yeah.
And you have to do something, be reckless
And
or
pricked,
careless before you get pricked. But the beauty of the roses,
Yeah.
they're there. The beauty of the roses, they're there. Can't miss them. So.
So yes, marriage is beautiful. Marriage is absolutely beautiful. It's a wonderful journey. Of course, it comes again with all the trials and tribulations or whatever that comes
because
with it.
like even one of the
It's a part
negatives
of
I
it.
never thought about is you have somebody all up in their space all the while. It's not a negative, but
if it's not something you're used to,
and it's all the while like, look right here, like no space. It's all the while. I joke, it's not a negative, but it's just something it takes getting used to.
yeah, especially if you've lived alone for a long time, to all of a sudden have somebody in your space the whole time. Well, me no, I don't mind. Me love company. I love Brian's company most of all.
I love our company too.
Yeah.
I know. Generally, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, marriage is beautiful. And for those who are getting ready to take that step, enjoy all the moments, enjoy the journey. It's like a blank canvas, you and your husband to be, your wife to be. It's like a blank canvas that you both have. And
Paint your masterpiece.
you both paint your masterpiece.
Sometimes you have brush, sometimes you have roller, sometimes you splash, sometimes you finger them.
Paint your masterpiece. Sometimes the canvas tear and you stitch it up and you go again. So paint your masterpiece. Everybody's journey is different, but it all has the beauty, and that's what we should, really focus on. It has its beauty. And we love marriage. We love being married. Going on 7 years. Oh,
I love being married to her.
I love being married to Brian.
So, Alright, so I'm gonna lock off the camera now. My time. So guys,
Thank
don't
you,
forget to
guys.
like, subscribe.
Thank
Let me
you.
do this part so I can get out of here.
Okay.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you like our content, make sure to be here every Sunday, Wednesday, and just be here. we
release videos every
Yeah.
Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. So
as long
make
as the
sure.
internet will allow.
Listen, that's
And
that's a whole nother thing.
We're happy to have you on the journey. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
Adding to the
Thank you.
Cufflinks family.
Yeah.
Stuff from the Cuffs. Where we
Yeah.
give you fire.
We give you fun. We're inspirational. We're real. And of course, we're educational as well. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave. Make sure you leave us a comment. Make sure you like the video.
Notification bell.
Yes, turn on the notification bell as well. And be sure to follow us on our Instagram page, Stuff from the Cuffs. We'll catch up with you with another video soon. Adios.
It's my fire time.
Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had a bad day and you're looking for a smile,